I don't think I have ever wanted to talk about a game less than this game, but I'm going to do it for you guys. What is up? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back and welcome into the Seattle Mariners post-game recap. Mariners lose this one tonight, 10-9 to the Royals. They fall to 36-29. Is that where we're at? 36-29 on the season. They do maintain their 5-game lead in the division, and boy, saying 10-9 doesn't do service to what this game happened in this game tonight. As always, before I get started, do me a favor, hit that like button for me. If you're new here or lurking, please hit subscribe. Both free and easy ways to help support my channel. Comment your thoughts on the game down below. One thing I ask, please keep it civil, especially with each other. I try to read as many comments as possible. I don't want to see you guys going at each other. Now, if you want to go after the team, the players, the coaches, that's fine. I have at it. They're big boys. They can take care of themselves. But just a reminder that nobody else commenting their thoughts was the reason the Mariners blew an 8-0 lead. I'm not the reason they blew an 8-0 lead. So just want to get that out there for the record. But I appreciate all you guys and everybody liking and subscribing to the videos. It really does mean a lot. We should have been talking about an amazing win. Mariners get 7 runs in the first inning. They're up 8-0 going into the fourth. We should have been talking about one of the best wins of this season with the offense breaking out and getting it done and winning a key game to start a series. It's going to be a difficult series. You got Cole Reagans waiting on Sunday. You win this game. Honestly, this isn't even a series where I would have been super upset about 1 out of 3. I really wouldn't have. And if you won tonight, you go, listen, find a way to win one more the next 2 nights, and we're feeling pretty good. You know what I mean? Going into it, like you got a chance 2 nights to win a series here. And what is it about Kansas City? 3 years in a row, the Mariners have blown a 7+ run lead in that ballpark. The 11-2 game 2 years ago. There was one last year, I think was literally 7-0. I think the Mariners actually ended up winning that game. Or there was also the game where the Mariners rallied in the 9th inning last year and then gave it right back in the 9th inning. And then this year, what is it with the Royals? And I know they're much improved this year, but they did this to the Mariners last year when they were winning 55 games. I would rather play a hybrid of the Yankees, Braves, Dodgers, Orioles with prime Astros and Griffey and A-Rod in their prime added in there and Randy Johnson coming out of the bullpen than play the Royals in the playoffs. Yep, like seriously. I mean, my gosh. And if you're a Royals fan, watch this. I don't like you guys, but I do respect you guys. I really do respect the way the Royals play the game. They're feisty, man. They do not die. Some questionable decisions in this one. Letting Bobby Witt Jr. bat in the 9th inning. Now listen, before I dive into anything there with Scott's decision to pitch to Bobby Witt Jr., let me be very clear. Walking Nick Lofton to lead off the 9th inning cannot happen. I know 1, 2, 3 innings are tough. I'm not trying to say Stanek could have just avoided Witt, gone 1, 2, 3. It's very hard to have a 1, 2, 3 inning. But you had Nick Lofton 1 and 2, and you lose him. Can't happen. Nothing you can really do with the Garrett Hampson at bat. It seems like he has a lot of that against the Royals, where it's a lot of little things just put in play. I mean, I guess it is a testament to why I put the ball in play. The Royals don't strike out a lot. They put in play. Things can happen. Hampson hits one that probably had an exit velo of 2. Rojas probably just needs to eat that ball there. You didn't have a play. First and second, you at least have the double play in order. And in fact, now you don't know how it would have played out, but Garcia grounded out to JP. That might have been a double play. Had Rojas just ate that ball, there was no chance of getting Hampson there, in my opinion. So then Garcia ends up grounding out. You have a runner at second, 1 out. It's 9-8, Bobby Witt Jr. up. I know the old adage is you don't put the go-ahead run on base. And I don't know if that's it's just what you hear growing up, right? You play baseball your whole life, or, you watch baseball your whole life, and everyone tells you don't put the go-ahead run on. Yeah, I do get it. I do understand why. Like Pasquantino puts one in the gap, next at bat, Witt's going to score, game's over. But Bobby Witt's just too good of a hitter. And Stanek didn't even pitch him that bad. The last pitch was not good, the one he tripled down the line. But other than that, I didn't think Stanek actually pitched him terribly. But Bobby Witt's just that good of a hitter. He can hit any pitch in any count. And when it's that magnitude of a hitter, I don't care about it being the winning run. If Pasquantino gaps one, even if you do, get Bobby Witt out, it's going to tie the game, and then you're probably on the verge of losing it anyways. If Pasquantino gaps when you tip your cap. If he gets out, then you got Perez and you win the game. If Pasquantino walks, then at least you have a double play in order for a double play candidate in Salvador Perez. Perez is a good hitter. He could easily win the game as well, but it's set up a little bit better. I would have walked Bobby Witt Jr. I'm not taking a shot at him. I'm not. It's not worth it. And with his speed too, anything in the gap's got a chance for a triple with him. I'm putting him on. I am. I think that's a mistake by Scott to pitch to him there. Listen, Stanek can execute better. As good as Bobby Witt is, he's not impossible to get out, although it certainly seems like it. I'm putting him on there. I think I'd rather be beat by Pasquantino and Perez. Now, I'm not going to lie. This felt like just a game the Mariners were destined to lose, so it might not have mattered either way. And man, and then the other decision to talk about, I'm going to get out of here. I'm not going to keep this one very long. It's a shame because Ryan Bliss hits his first career home run tonight. Man, we should be celebrating that. I hope Bliss is. That's a great moment. Mariners offense scores 9 runs. And again, like this team, what did I say yesterday? Like, I want to see an inning where they come out and they get 3-4 runs right off the bat, right? That's kind of what I talked about. Well, they did that with 7 and the pitching can't get it done. Oh, why? Why is it always like that with this team? Not that we've had a lot of offensive explosions this year, but the one game where this pitching staff, I honestly don't recall another game this year where they've just been straight up awful. Now, not all of them were awful tonight. Trent Thornton was really good. Colin Snyder, kudos, was good. I didn't think Sauce was that bad. The pitch he threw to Renfroe was a nice changeup that, of course, Renfroe just sticks the bat on and it bloops in there for 2 runs. But I just we finally get that offensive explosion and then you can't pitch. Like, why? I mean, 9 runs for this team. You shouldn't even hesitate. We should be at the bar having brewskis talking about Bliss's home run and talking about the W and a chance to win this series tomorrow. Man, just frustrating. And that's what we should be talking about. Now I don't even really want to talk about. I mean, kudos to Ryan Bliss, but Victor Robles has an RBI double. Mitch Haniger puts one in the gap. How good was Ty France tonight? Ty France was amazing. Julio reached base 3 times. The only guy that really was frustrating tonight was Cal. All right, the other decision, leaving Bryce Miller in for the 6th inning. Now, this is my second time recording this video, so if I already said this, I apologize. One of the reasons I talk about Scott's decisions, and I'm not trying to be like an apologist for it. I disagree with a good chunk of what Scott does sometimes. I just like to give the other side of it because I think it's important just to kind of see, okay, I think this was their thought process on why they did something. And I'm going to talk about that with Miller. Doesn't necessarily mean I think it's right. I'm just giving you what the thought process I think was on it. The Bobby Witt thing in the ninth. When I say I get it, I mean, I understand what the thought process is. We don't want to put the go-ahead run on base. I disagree. I think you walk Bobby Witt Jr. there. Might have been game over anyways, but, I'm not taking my chance with Witt. But I will explain what happens. 1, I think it's just good to understand. And 2, for my own personal cope, it helps. It helps to talk it out for me. It's when you're talking out problems in life, right? It's good to word vomit it sometimes. All right, anyways. Bryce Miller goes back out there for the 6th inning. Pitch count really wasn't an issue. So it's not a pitch count issue to me. It's the fact that Bryce Miller just did not look very good. Now, maybe it started raining a little bit. That might have affected him. But in general, Bryce Miller just not super sharp. He was sharp early, did not look sharp in the last few innings. And then Miller ends up loading up the bases, and the Royals score 3 runs and make it 9-7. Now, again, there's no guarantee that going to a reliever there means the Royals don't come back. They can score off a reliever too. But man, as soon as Miller gave up a couple base runners, I'm going to the bullpen there. I'm not even giving him a chance to load up the bases. With that said, okay, the reasoning why I think they did it, why they had Miller go back out there for 6. 1, they had a 5-run lead, which, listen, despite all the frustration, all we know, all the Royals comebacks against the Mariners, a 5-run lead with 12 outs to go should be pretty safe. You should be able to lock in that W. And also, the bullpen is thin. Mike Baumann was obviously down tonight. Munoz is still down. I'm pretty sure Austin Voth was down because I don't think we would have seen Colin Snyder pitch the 8th inning if he wasn't down. Colin Snyder hasn't even pitched since Gabe Spire went in the IL. I forgot Snyder was on the roster, to be perfectly honest with you guys. So, there's no way Snyder would have pitched the eighth if both Bauman and Munoz were available. So you've got a thinner bullpen. So you're trying to get one more inning out of your starter. I get it. It's a 5-run game. I get it. I do. I understand that reasoning. Hindsight's 2020. And again, it's not a pitch count issue. I just think Bryce Miller was sharp. I go to Sauce for the... And here's the thing. At the end of the day, Miller didn't get it out in the sixth anyways. So you ended up in the same spot. Now, again, Scott doesn't know that Miller's not going to get an out in the sixth inning, right? Like, we don't know that. So we can't... I can't sit there and go, well, see, Miller didn't get an out. Of course, like if Scott would have known and the coaching staff would have known Miller wasn't going to get out, I'm sure they would have made that decision. But it is frustrating because at the end of the day, Miller didn't even get it out. So you ended up in the same spot as if you just would have brought Thornton or Sauce in to start the sixth. Trent Thornton looked amazing tonight. Trent Thornton was going to be one of my low-key MVPs of this game. Struck out Bobby Witt, which I did not think was possible to get Bobby Witt out because I don't think the Mariners have ever done it. And really settled that game down. Colin Snyder was great in the eighth. He had a walk, but he gets Renfroe into the double play. Snyder was great. Those guys should have been little unsung heroes tonight. But unfortunately, they weren't. Stanek wasn't good. You know, I think Stanek, you're playing with fire a little bit with him. I think he's fine. Again, I don't think any of this bullpen's terrible. But, man, you just don't have a lot of lights out guys. You've got a lot of decent arms, but that's what's going to happen. When you're elite, listen, every pitcher, every reliever can get hit. We've seen Andres Munoz give up runs. Paul Sewald gave up runs. We've seen Brash give up runs. Gregory Santos has given up runs. Nobody's immune to it. But when you've got elite relievers, that happens very little. When you've got decent in that next tier down, it's going to happen sometimes. It's going to happen more than it is with the elite relievers. And you're more susceptible to stuff like tonight. It's not mad at Stanek. I mean, you know, I guess, sure, in context of the game. Not mad at Bauman. I'm not mad at Sauce or Thornton or anybody. These are just all guys that are pitching one or two leverage situations above what they should normally be doing. And, you know, you're running into issues. And I hate to criticize the offense on a night when they score 9 runs, and I really shouldn't. But they had some chances to add on to that they missed. I'm not saying they should have brought in every single run, scored 15. And truthfully, 9 should be enough. So I'm going to make this very, very brief. 9 should be enough. End of discussion right there. But they did have some chances to maybe make that 10 or 11 and probably finish this game off. So just frustrating. Some baffling decisions. Listen, when you're up 8-0, you really shouldn't need to have to rely on managerial decisions. Bryce Miller not sharp tonight. Ryan Stanek not sharp tonight. And that was it. That was enough. That was enough. Let's look at some of the positives for tonight. Ty France, want to highlight Ty France. 2 for 3, 2 doubles, walk, RBI. Unfortunately, his double that scored a run hopped over the fence. Otherwise, it would have scored another run there. But Julio had to stop at third base. Ryan Bliss gets his first home run. Robles has an RBI double. Haniger, 3 RBI double. Mitch Garver, a nice night on base twice with a double, couple RBIs. Cal didn't have a great game. He did walk twice. I wonder if Cal's hurt. He does not look super comfortable at the plate. And he just looks so off. And he's been banged up so much behind the plate. And, you know, that's another thing. If you win tonight, I might give Cal I wouldn't give the next 2 off. I'm giving Cal tomorrow off. But now you lost. It's like you feel like, okay, we got to get Cal back in there to win a game. So frustrating. Listen, it's not the end of the world. Mariners still have a 5-game lead. Losses like this do happen. You're going to, I said it before the season, and I am preaching to myself too, because I get emotional about it. You're going to have 1 or 2 games like this a year. You just hope that the good moments where you win these type of games outweighs the bad. It's 162 games. There's going to be heartbreakers. They are going to happen. And you're going to win a couple. You're going to heartbreak a couple other teams along the way. It just stings in the moment. It just stings in the moment. Probably a post-game recap I probably should have just made tomorrow morning. Calm down a little bit. Bounce back tomorrow. Win tomorrow. Show a little moxie. Get back out there. Win tomorrow, and I'll feel pretty good. Show me a little something tomorrow. Tough loss. Bounce back, get a W tomorrow. Try to wipe this one away and throw it away. Best thing you can do. Can't dwell on it. Got to throw it away. Texas loses tonight. Let's see, what's Houston doing? Houston is up 7-1, so they are going to win. but you will maintain a 5-game lead in the division. Would have been 6. Would have felt pretty good. Should have won. Didn't. Bounce back tomorrow. That's all I've got for you guys. Do me a favor again. Smash the like button. Hit subscribe if you're new. Comment your thoughts down below. Forgive me if I don't engage too much in the comment section. I'm going to bed. I can't. I'm done with baseball for the day. I'm done with it. I need a break. I might go watch some football or something. Anybody got a copy of the Super Bowl? Seahawks Super Bowl win? I'm going to go watch that. I want to watch good baseball tonight. I just want a break from it. Love you guys. Take care. Get the W tomorrow. Mariners bounce back. My son's screaming in the background. He might probably just saw the 9th inning. Love you guys. Take care. Go Mariners. Peace.